Hey, what's up, BullyPlanet? My name is Berhane. Welcome to the WestCoast BullyUnit compound, located here in Moreno Valley, California. Come on in.
What's going on, y'all? We're officially now at WestCoast BullyUnit, chilling right here with Suge's mama. We're about to get real deep and personal with my boy Berhane, asking some questions about how he got in the dog game, some of his top studs, and how you feel about the game right now. That's about it, though. So we're going to see what's going on. Alright, so Berhane, how you doing, man?
What's up, Chief? How you living?
I'm good.
All right, man.
Alright, so I just want to ask you, what got you into these bullies, man? You got some beautiful dogs.
Well, I appreciate that. What got me into these dogs, man, it's a pretty interesting story. I've been loving pit bulls my whole life. Watching these videos, watching these rap videos, watching these dogs on TV, these pit bulls just always replicate what's involved with being a strong man inside. And I just always wanted a pit bull. Always loved the blue pit bulls. They seem rare to me, in which I learned that they're not that rare, right? You got blues all day long. So, I started looking, I was about to buy my house, which in this home that I'm at right now, I bought this house about 3 years ago. About 4 years ago, I bought this house, and I was looking for a blue pit bull, needed a security dog, and I said, you know what? My parents never let me have a pit bull, wouldn't let me get a dog. They said I wouldn't take care of it. So I told myself, all right, I got my home now, so I'm gonna buy me a dog. So I looked at my boy Paul from HQ Bully. Shout out to you, Paul. I looked him up online. He got a great website and all that. The whole little dog and pony show. Making that dodo over there, Paul. And so I went to his house to buy a blue pit bull, not even an American bully. And I showed up, he took me into his garage, he showed me around, and he had like pools everywhere. And I'm like, man, he got all these little, I was like bombarded. I went over there thinking I'm gonna see one litter, and I saw like 3 litters. Oh, man. Yeah, so, he started showing me some of the bullies, and I was like, they look a little bit shorter though. They look a little stockier though. But something intrigued me about them. So I said, okay, this is interesting. But what I really was looking at was, I don't know why, but the hobby of him breeding, it interested me. So I was like, man, so you know what? I kind of like this little thing that you got going on. And I've always loved dogs, so maybe me not having them dogs growing up made me want them that bad. Yeah. So, I said, so this whole little breeding gig that you got going on, what do I need to do? Do I need to get a female? Or, of course, right, you need to get a female. He's like, hey, you need to start with a female. So I looked at the first blue female, and I said, let me get that one. I paid $1,000 for it, and, I walked out the door, and then since then, I guess I was a breeder after that. So, I did that, started off with her, and, it's just been a wrap ever since.
Got you. So as of right now, today, name some of your top studs, name some of your top producers.
Man, top studs and producers, man. Let me give a shout out to that boy Phenom right there. That boy is a beast, I love Dax blood, I love Hennessy blood, but something about that Phenom blood, I've seen him, seen him on videos, seen him on pictures, he looks like a very correct, well put together bully. Not too much on the freaky side, not too much like a super wow factor, but the dogs that he's produced, Status, Rambo, the list goes on, Triforce, Northern California is full of the Phenom blood, just amazing dogs. And then Prince Spade, Prince Spade to me, he's just an amazing producer. I've seen all the dogs that he's produced from, coming down from Bullseye, and just what that Prince Spade's blood has been doing, it's just producing full tails, good top lines, great structures. And I think, that boy right there is just something special, just seeing what he's doing. I think that's it. Them two right there are going to be right.
Yeah. You mentioned some nice boys. And then for the last one, how do you feel about the bully game right now, like the direction in which it is going?
The bully game and the direction it's going right now, that's a good question. man, it's going in so many directions right now. You got a lot of people still holding to the show bullies. You got a lot of people still holding to the exotic bullies. You got people holding into the middle. I mean, as far as how I'm going, I like some of the exotic dogs. I think some of the people taking these exotic dogs way too left field. You're getting no tails. You're getting snaggletooth bulldogs. I mean, you're doing a little bit too much. And, you know, like, let me give you an example. My dog, King Kong. He got, he's 50%. He's off Miyagi. And then he's off Macy. I think I got two of the greatest bloods combined with one. So right now, people are always like, oh, yeah, you know what? I need a 12-inch dog. King Kong ain't no 12-inch dog. He's 16 and a half, 17 inches. And, you know, he's doing his thing. He's producing great dogs for me. But, you know, everybody's going so left field. At some point, you got to bring that shit back. Yeah. You can't go no further than 7, 8 inches, you know? So what you going to do? I mean, you're losing the tail. You're getting smaller and smaller. Some of the top lines is getting higher. So I think what's going to happen in the future here is the better breeders are going to separate themselves from the people who are just going freaky, freaky, freaky. Because if you can create some of these smaller, more compact micro dogs that are 9, 10, 11 inches, you got a good top line. They're fully functional, which is a good example. Check out Suge Mama. I mean, and there you go, Prince Spade blood, Suge White blood. I mean, a dog that small, to walk that well, to have that good of a top line, and to not have that bite showing like that, to me, is just amazing. And like, shout out to Prince Spade for that. But I really think that, you know, to answer your question in more detail, I really think the direction of the dog game is going to come back at some point. We can't get no smaller. We can't get no more exotic. At some point, it's got to come back. And then at some point, they're probably going to be like, oh, King Kong, that's the one. We need to follow that blood. Yeah. You know, we need to get on that. We need those 16, 17-inch dogs, fully functional, full tails, big heads. Yeah. You know, because, I mean, what you going to do after 5 or 6 inches? I mean, what, you got a Chihuahua? Yeah. So, you know, I really think, but at the end of the day, you know, I think the dog game is still going in a good direction because there are still good breeders out there. Now, let me come back on the right side of it. Some of these people on the razor's edge blood, they're a little bit too much too. Yeah. I mean, they're very, they criticize a lot of these exotic breeders, which they shouldn't do. I mean, that's their style of dogs. And, you know, it's really not their business. If people like it, then they should be able to get it. I understand where they're coming from, though, with some of these, you know, with some of their, with some of these health issues that they're talking about. Yeah. So I do agree with that. And like I said, I really think that the better breeders are going to create these micro bullies with, without these health issues.
All right, so Berhane, you talked a lot about the exotic side. So what do you feel about the raised edge side?
Yeah, man, the Razor's Edge folks, you know, I got to show them a lot of love. They make a lot of good points, you know. A lot of these folks, they're producing dogs with, you know, a lot of faults. No tails, you know, easty, westy, a lot of underbites, overbites, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a judge, man. I don't know everything, but I just know a fucked up dog when I see one. Excuse my language. You know, they make a lot of good points, but at the same time, you can see a lot of these breeders, you know, that Prince Spade blood, just like I said, you know, I think he's a great producer. And, you know, I'll give you a perfect example with Suge Mama. She's got a great top line, no breathing problems. She's very energetic, you know. But I really do see where they're coming from with it, because there's a lot of people out there that are breeding these dogs, and they're just breeding to these faults. The freakier they think these dogs are, they think it's an advantage. They're selling dogs for even more, you know. But I think it goes even a little bit deeper than that, okay? You know, a lot of these Razor's Edge dogs, they're selling these dogs prior, you know, probably for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. But, you know, Razor's Edge, I don't think it's there. You just got to have the right look with that blood. But they're not making the money that they're used to. Yeah. So I think that the money thing is an issue. You know, a lot of people playing for that bullseye, that Dax, that Miyagi blood. And then you start to see Razor's Edge blood for $500, $1,000, $1,500, you know, not what it's supposed to be. You know, but if you look at King Kong's mom, Macy, that's a bad bitch. You know, shout out to you, Reliance Kennels. I mean, you know, he's producing nice females even with the game changing. but a lot of these people are refusing to change with the game, and I think it's really hindering their, their revenue, their income. Yeah. So they're shotting out, they're mad, right? Mm-hmm. So they're not adjusting to the game. Now me on another side of it, I got the little exotics, but I stay with the exotics and I like them functional. Yeah. I do not like a dysfunctional exotic. I got King Kong, he's a 16 and a half, 17-inch dog. He can go both ways. I got Lady Kong, she's in between an exotic and in between a King Kong. But just to answer your question, I really think that these Razor's Edge folks, they make some good points. I mean, they see these dogs and they're like, oh man, the elbows is like this, and the rear is like that, yeah. The teeth, the mouth is protruding, so they're making great points. But they're judging the whole dog game off a couple of those pictures. It's not like that. Yeah. We still got good breeders out here. We're still doing our thing. And maybe they need to adjust a little bit, but it's on both ways. You got the exotics, they going way left field, and then you got the Razor's Edge folks, they want to stay on the right field. Yeah. I mean, the dog is like the clothes industry. You need to change a little bit. If you're not willing to get changed, you're not willing to change, then don't be mad if your income going the wrong way. Yeah. And they say, oh, these exotics is about their money. Well, maybe they're mad because they're not making money. Yeah. But, it's hard to call it because, I know a lot of good Razor's Edge breeders, and they come at me with a pup back deal for King Kong, I'm jumping on it because they got some badass dogs. Yeah. But at the same time, some of them, they still, in my opinion, they're not the greatest dogs. Yeah. And they need to find that median between what's going on right now and what's going on with their program. Mm-hmm. And my approach on it is, you know what? I'm never going to follow the next man, but at the same time, I see what the industry is doing. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to lose money on these dogs because I can't afford, I got a son, I got a family, I can't do that. Yeah. So, I'd like to be profitable at least, right? But at the same time, I've got to incorporate my vision, what's new to the game right now. Mm-hmm. Some people, they just breed and say, hey, you know what? I'm breeding this female to that male. I don't care if they're both fucked up, or, excuse my language, I don't care. I'm breeding this female to that male. I don't care if they both have faults, but I'm going to make money. I don't do that. Yeah. I'm breeding this female to that hot male. They complement each other. I'm going to get the results that I like. And I will benefit from that as well from a revenue standpoint as well. Yeah. What you think, Shimon? All right, shit.
Life is a lesson. I wake up every morning, thank God for our blessings. Trying to live our dream every day, but we stressing.
Hey, I appreciate the love, BullyPlanet. Thank you for coming by. You're always welcome here at the West Coast BullyUnit compound. Anybody's interested in contacting me, go ahead and give me a call on my cell phone, 951-378-1768, or check out my website, www.westcoastbullyunit.com. Much love, baby.
It's the BullyPlanet. It's the BullyPlanet.